Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special update that I'm a little bit late on. And probably by the title, you've probably guessed it. And I just wanted to give an update on it and see how it's done and check up on it. Because last I left off, we were talking about how small it was because it was fairly new and it didn't seem like it was getting traction. So we'll review how that has developed over the past month. We'll look at the dividends that it paid out, its performance, and also its performance against Qyld, because that is its closest competitor. The NUSI from Nationwide ETF's closest competitor is Qyld. So just a couple of housekeeping notes here. As this channel is growing, YouTube has a little bit of an issue with notifications on comments. So if you are replying to a comment, especially on an older video, even if it's just a couple videos old, YouTube has an issue with not sending out notifications. So if I don't respond to a comment on an old video, please, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I don't literally know it's there. YouTube usually is good on the first day that a video is published. After that, it becomes a little hit and miss, let's just say. So just know I'm not ignoring you. I just, if I'll have to go through every single video, and that just... you can imagine the time that it takes to do that. So if I've missed anything, go ahead and comment on the newest video. That way I'll be for sure get the notification, and I'll be sure to reply to that. So if you're new here, I would appreciate if you give me a like, share, subscribe. We do a lot of ETF reviews and alternative income ETFs, I guess you could call it. I track a paper portfolio where I track hypothetical covered call portfolio that I'm going to use to retire. I share my actual dividend income monthly, and that just happened a couple videos ago, so you can check that out. And yeah, if you'd like, please like, share, subscribe. Would love to have you here. We're growing like a weed around here. And also, if you appreciate what I do, I know I say this all the time, and I hope that doesn't get odd and old. Down in the description below is an Amazon link. If you use that link and purchase anything from Amazon, it doesn't have to be the product that's linked to in the description, but as long as you shop through that link and buy whatever you'd like through that link, I get a small commission on products that you purchase at no additional cost to you, and it just helps me out and rewards me and gives me a little something. So if you do that, I'd appreciate it. So we're just going to get into it today. We're going to look at NUSI, NUSI ETF, and that is the Nationwide Risk Managed Income ETF. And I'll just go over a short overview of it. If you want to see an in-depth review of their strategy, I'll link the original video of NUSI up here, and you can check that out after this one. So the investment seeks current income with downside protection. The fund is an actively managed ETF that seeks to achieve its investment objective principally by investing in a portfolio of stocks included in the Nasdaq 100 index and an options collar. Now, the options collar is a mix of written call options or covered calls and a long put option which protects the downside. And I'll show you how that looks in operation on a price chart. So if we go down here, holds a basket of 104 stocks, and they're gonna be the big boys. Apple is 13%, Microsoft is 11, Amazon is 11, Facebook at 4, the Googles are right about 7, holds Tesla at 2.4, Nvidia at 2.4, PayPal at 2, Netflix at 2. It's mainly in the US, North America, with 96%. China gets a little bit at 1%. Germany gets a little bit at 1%. Netherlands, Argentina, Israel, and UK just get a little bit of a 0.5% or less. And it's 98% large cap. And if we look, it's heavy. The Nasdaq 100 is heavy in technology, so almost 48% in technology, 20% in communications, almost 18% in consumer discretionary, 7.25% in healthcare, 5% in consumer staples, under 2% in industrials, and just under 0.75% in utilities. And this is considered a large cap growth fund. Now, if we'll look, go to the key stats, I believe I want to go to, because when we were in June, we were talking about NUSI and the assets under management and how it really hasn't grown. Well, I noticed, let's see, is this the right page? There we go. Net assets right there of $105.7 million. Now that sounds small, but when I recorded that video back in mid-June, NUSI only had about 50 million. So it's doubled in just a month, which is pretty, I would say, pretty good. It's getting traction. People are liking it. And the reason why, I think, is because people are getting nervous about the way the market is acting right now. You know, with everything going on in the economy, I'm not going to really get into that, but we probably really shouldn't be shooting up and to the right on the stock price chart the way that we have been. And this offers a level of downside protection for people who still want a monthly income. So if we'll look at the distributions and expenses here, expenses are high at 0.68, but it is actively managed. And if we look down here, I think I did the video on June 17th. So on June 24th, it paid out a dividend of 17.78 cents. And on July 22nd, it paid out a dividend in the amount of 17.93%. So in a couple of weeks, it looks like they are going to have another dividend, and we'll see if it grows, because if you see, it has been growing. You see it in Q1. If you look right here, Q1, you got 48.5 cents. In Q2, you got 51.65 cents. This was just 1 month of distributions there, and we are starting a new quarter. So if we look, let's see, what did I want to do? Here we go. This is what I wanted to display here with NUSI and how it operates and how different it is with versus QYLD. And we'll look here. I wonder if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Yeah, I can. So if you look here, NUSI is in blue and QYLD is in red. I have it maxed out. So this is from December, it should be December 20th, but it has December 27th, and that's fine. And you can see the maxed out NUSI from inception has returned 9.59%, which is not a bad return. And the Qyld has returned minus 9.29%. So a huge difference. But that being said, the argument is, and it's a great argument, Qyld is an income fund. So if it drops like it did here in March, it dropped almost 30%. Probably, I think it was around 28. It is a great time to buy more income funds, because as long as those income payments stay steady, buying it at a lower share price increases your yield on cost. So, you know, if you were making 8% and it dropped and you bought more, your yield is actually higher. It becomes higher on the money that you put in. But if you are risk averse, here's the issue that I see with Qyld right now. If we had another 30% drop right now, and you are not risk tolerant enough, you know, we can get back down and have another lower low than we did in March. So right now it's at 21.58. If we had a 30% drop, it can drop down to 16 bucks, which would be below what the March low was. And, you know, it may not recover. So if you're worried about your capital, Qyld might not be, you know, ideal. It's an ideal income fund, but if you can't stomach the drop, then NUSI may be, even though it's a lower yielding, NUSI may be a better fit for you. And you can see that right here in the March drop. You can see Qyld just kind of nosedived the red line there in March, where NUSI just kind of smoothly rolled out, kind of like looked like a boat right there. It just kind of just smoothly rolled out and recovered quickly to where it was. And you can see Qyld is not even there yet. But that being said, you know, you have to answer that. If you are risk averse, NUSI is probably better for you. Yes, it's going to yield less, but you won't have this stomach hurting 30% drop like Qyld could possibly give you. And then if we look, we'll look at, of course, my usual ETFchannel.com, and we'll look at $10,000 invested in NUSI and Qyld. This is only going to go back to December of 2019, but let's see who has performed better. And looking at the last chart, I think you probably figure it out. We'll chart it, and it is, whoops, what did I do there? Let's chart that again. There we go. And NUSI since inception has returned you a total return of 14.88%. That annualizes out to 24.36%. That's with dividends reinvested. Qyld, on the other hand, has given you a total return of minus 2.9% in the same time period, with an annualized gain of minus 4.75%. And that's since December of 2019 with dividends reinvested. But Qyld also provided you with more income during that time. So again, is one better than the other? Probably not. It's really about you, your risk tolerance, what you can stomach, and what you are looking to get out of an investment. So I like NUSI. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's proved itself, and it's growing. Jeppy's also growing like crazy too. I think a lot of these income funds are people are kind of flocking to a little bit because of the sentiment in the market at this point. So what do you think of NUSI? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, have you bought it? I'm starting to think about doing a little bit of it, and I'll just keep all three of them: NUSI, QYLD, and Jeppy. And you know, the NUSI and QYLD is based on the Nasdaq 100. Jeppy is loosely based on the S&P, and I'll just see how it goes. So leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.